Hi guys, welcome back. Stuart here. On today's episode, we are going to be playing through Mystic Mountain on Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic. In the hilly forests of Mystic Mountain, build a theme park from scratch. Your objective: to have at least 800 guests in your park at the end of October, year 3, with a park rating of at least 600. So we've got 3 years to get 800 guests. So at first that looks quite easy. I can see that the park is very small. Let's have a look. So it's free entry, so you'll pay for the rides. Right, so it's a small park, but you can buy quite a bit of land. Okay, let's have a look how much that land is. Okay, we'll take it off pause. £90. Right, we won't be doing that then. So that's very expensive. I think something like Forest Frontiers, the land's only about £30 a tile, so that's quite expensive. So let's have a look then. And there you go. So the maximum loan is 15,000. So already I can see at first glance the objective did look quite easy. I'm thinking that this is going to be maybe a bit more difficult than that, simply because of the money constraint. So let's have a look, see what we've got to start off with. We've got a train, we have got a couple of gentle rides, we've got a tidy section of coasters, we've got only a couple of thrill rides, water rides, and shops. We've got a kiosk first of all. So I think the best thing to do then would be, we've got shops, we've got coasters, we've got a couple of gentle rides. Best thing would be to put all our money into thrill rides. We'll research that. We'll leave that on maximum. That means we should have a new item every month. So let's look at the park then. So we want to be doing things as cheaply as possible. So I'm thinking then, let's look. Yeah, so this is the flattest area of the park here. So we're going to start building in this corner. So we're going to build whatever gentle rides and thrill rides we have here to begin with, and then as things unlock we can see what we've got and we can build accordingly. I think once we've got a decent amount of rides here, then we could probably start building roller coasters then outwards towards the end of the park. That way then we haven't got to worry about building down and up. So I'm going to crack on building and I'll see you in a moment. It is June, year 1. I've built some gentle rides over here, carousel and the haunted house. I've got a twist there and a go-karts behind. I've noticed that the haunted house is very popular, and one reason for that is because of the amount of rain that we've had on this level. Now it's not raining at the moment, but it did rain it started raining in March, and then it seemed to continue then through to April, and then it rained again then in May. So there's been a lot of rain, so the indoor rides have been quite popular so far. So we've unlocked pirate ships, swinging inverted ships. I've left a gap behind there, so I'm thinking maybe I could put a tracked ride, or perhaps or maybe one tracked ride I could use as go-karts. I could do another go-karts behind there with the coming out underneath, maybe there when we've got a bit more money. Just over here with this go-karts, there's a little space this side of it. So what I might do is, when I've got a bit more money, is build another go-kart track above this current one, and then if I buy a couple of tiles down the edge here, they are very expensive, so I don't really want to, but that way then I could share the exit with this go-kart and then have the entrance coming down there. But yeah, we're doing really well. We've just launched freefall, so we can there's two settings with that, upwards and downwards, so we can do, plus you've got all different heights you can make, so we can do a lot with that. So I think our research for thrill rides is done. We don't need any more. I'm going to put my research now into roller coasters, because we've got a few unlocked, but it would be nice if there was a few cheaper ones available. So let's see what we got. Juniors, they're quite cheap. Mine rides, they're quite cheap, and we've already got a couple of good designs that we've built on previous levels. Are we doing okay? We're almost halfway to getting the goal of 800 guests inside, and we haven't even completed the first year. So we're doing really well. There's quite a few bits of sick on the floor. As I mentioned earlier, this level does seem to be one where money's going to be quite tight. So I haven't, with the exception of the first handyman I hired at the front of the park, I haven't hired any more yet. I will do as the money comes in. I only hired a mechanic when the rides first started breaking down, so there's another way of saving a few pounds. So yeah, we're doing quite well. I think what I'll do is I'll continue building down here. We've got some space there for the launched free fall. Where else? Maybe here in this corner there, got space for another one. Maybe we could have one going up and one going down. They're always quite popular. But, yeah, we're doing reasonably well. So the money's starting to come in now, nearly 2,000 from ride tickets, probably due to the fact that it hasn't rained. As you can see, there's a massive jump there. Obviously when it rains, guests they'll go on the indoor rides such as the haunted house, but they won't go on the outdoor rides like the pirate ship. Once guests are already in the queue and it starts raining, they are committed to the ride, they'll still go on it. So maybe there's an advantage in having longer queue lines than normal, although I haven't done that on rides such as the swinging ships. So let's see, 12 passengers, so 12 that you can fit perhaps 4 people per tile. So we've got 4 tiles there on the queue length, so we've got enough people in the queue. When the queue's full, enough people to fill a whole boat, swinging boat, and a few left over for the next ride. So yeah, we're doing well. I've got quite a few kiosks around the park already because of the rain, so we want to make sure that everyone has an umbrella. It's a good way of making some money. Yeah, so I think I'm going to carry on building over here, and I'll see you in a moment. It is July and I have just unlocked, let's have a look, I've just unlocked a looping roller coaster. Now anyone who's seen my previous videos knows that there's a ton of things we can do with these. They're so cheap to build, they're so quick to run, and they make so much money that there is absolutely no point in researching any more coasters until we've done everything we can with those. It's raining. It's July. It's just stopped raining. So it's July. So it's one of the hottest months. Started raining again. So that'll probably make me get a dip in profits. So I'm quite excited. I'm going to build a looping coaster. It's going to be one that we've all seen before, but it's going to be one that's going to make us an absolute ton of money, and then we can use that money then to make something more exciting in future. So I'm going to crack on building. I'll see you in a moment. We are into August. I'm just starting to get the first messages through telling me that the guests are hungry, so I'm going to put some food down. What I'll need to do now is put some handymen down as well. So with the way the grid of my pathing works, it means I'm easily able to just put one down there, and then that one he can be zoned up to these paths and that ride entrance and exit as well. Let's see, we'll put one down here. He can then do the go-karts. Or she. I've got no problem hiring men or women. That's fine, no problem. There you go. Okay, so fairly familiar, this ride. Bit bigger than normal. And because it's bigger than normal, what I've had to do is decrease the power of the launch and then put a chain lift there just to catch it, and that brings it up top and then it runs through and drops to the other side. And the reason why I've done one, where have I gone? There you go. And the reason why I've done it so big is because I'm going to put some more in the middle. So I'm going to fit a load of roller coasters in one small space. Now this path on the other side, that's not a mistake. I wanted to get this coaster in that spot there. So I built this path all the way along, and then all I did then was put the coaster down and then move it until it was alongside that path. So I'm going to get rid of that path when I build the mirror images the other side, but that was just to help me locate the spot. Right, I'm going to crack on building. I'll see you when we're done. It is March year 2, and guess what? It is raining. Yes, right. So I finished one half of the coasters. So I've got 3 coasters here stacked on top of each other. I'm going to build another 3 the other side, so that'll make 6 in total. I'll get them synchronized with each other. You can't synchronize ones that are above and below, which is a shame, but when they do manage to go off together, which is random, but when it does happen, it does look really cool. So these are making me a ton of money. So the money that there is, there you go. So it's got 7,000 this month already. So these ones, the pathing is a bit of a mess, but maybe when we connect the other 3, perhaps we could run them all together. I don't know. It'll be keeping the handyman very busy. And when I put some shops down here, then that will give them a lot of traffic, because there's going to be a lot of people walking past these shops that are hopefully very happy because they've just come off. Yeah, there you go. Rod, he's loving it. Joe, loving it. They look like they could be twins. Brad, triplets. Velma, looks exactly the same as her brothers. Don't really want to. Isaac, yeah, they all look the same. So yeah, we're doing really well. We've got just under 600. Oh, there you go, 650 guests. So we only need 150 more to complete the scenario. We got over a year and a half left to go. So, and we got a ton of money coming in. So we can go crazy for the rest of the park. So for this year, then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish off these coasters here. I'm going to try and finish off the thrill rides that I wanted to put there, the free falls, and then let's see, I can fill these areas with shops. That's what we're researching now. So we've got quite a few to choose from. We've got cash points, so that's good. I might start putting them down now. And then we've got all this space here that we can use for putting roller coasters down. And we've got, let's see what we got. We've got side friction, we've got some wooden coasters, got a wooden wild mine, junior roller coasters. There you go. We got plenty to choose from. So yeah, I'm gonna save the game now and save the video so far, because I've already lost one that got corrupted, so I've had to restart. So I'm gonna save, and then I'm gonna crack on with building. It is September year 2. We've got more than the required number of guests. The park rating is on maximum. I've finished this corner over here, so I've got the go-karts and a launch there. Over here then we've got it in drop mode. I did try and come underneath the swing board to the path, but it wouldn't let me, so in the end I rerouted it down this side. Finished off the coasters. We've got 6 looping coasters here. The pathing is a bit of a monster, but it's making a lot of money. There you go. 4 of them launched at roughly the same point then. You can't synchronize when they're on a different level, only the ones that are adjacent, next door to each other. But every now and then you do get them to launch. Bit of a coincidence. Check out this hut. Is the old man out? Hello? Go away! Okay. Okay, he doesn't want to be disturbed. He's probably making moonshine or something, I don't know. Yeah, so we're doing well. We've completed the goal. Obviously we've got another year to go. We're making so much money off the roller coasters that I've dropped the price of some of the rubbish rides, for want of a better word, like the twist, carousel, haunted house. Drop them down to £1. Just because if any guests are low on money, they can always go on one of them. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start building shops. I'm going to try and fill as many of these gaps as I can with shops, and then we'll start building a few roller coasters. I've got a couple of mine rides, wooden mine rides that we built on a previous scenario. I can fit in this side, and then we'll build something then over here to go over the old man's house down there. Keep him awake at night. It is October year 3. It's raining as it has done for most of the game. We are playing Mystic Mountain, and the objective was to have 800 guests in the park by the end of October year 3 with a park rating of 600. Our park rating is currently maximum. We've got over 1800 guests, so we've beaten that by 1,000. It's quite a small park. There's plenty of land to be bought up the mountain, but it's very expensive. It's £90 a tile. So we came in, we built this section over here in the corner first. Twist, haunted house, carousel, go-karts. So that started bringing the guests in. Then as the thrill ride started to unlock, then we built some pirate ships, swinging ships there. And then after that, then I switched to, we unlocked the free fall. I didn't build it just yet because I switched to looping roller coasters, built a few shops. I switched to researching coasters. We built a few shops, and then looping roller coasters unlocked. So I built this monstrosity here. If it was flat, it would look a lot better. I think the pathing spoils it slightly. So we've got 3 looping coasters stacked on each other and then mirrored to give us 6 in total. The one on the top, on the outside, because it's so high up, the speed needed to shoot it out and get it up the top was so high that it was causing a lot of nausea and a very high intensity. The lateral Gs were off the chart, so I've dropped the speed down and added a chain lift there. So what happens is it shoots it up just enough for the chain lift to grab it and then take it the rest of the way. And then when it goes down this dip, then there's enough speed for it to take it the whole way. So these made us tons of cash, and then from there then we finished off the thrill rides, and then we built a couple of wooden mine cars over here. We built these on the Crazy Castle scenario. I did a video as well showing the process I went to build them. They're quite high stats. The fact that they're higher up than normal because of the hills, that helps as well. Low throughput though, that's the only problem with these. Only 864 per hour, and then if you look at something like this, let's see what this is. 1656. There you go, but I think if the queue length wasn't as high, they might even be a lot higher. I think when particularly busy, they could probably go as high as 3,000 per hour. So after that, then I think what we did was we spammed the area with shops, food places, all assorted shops as well, balloons, gift shops, and then so that's helped us win Best Park Food Award to give our park rating a bit of a buff, even though it's already on maximum, as it has been for quite some time. We also won the Safest Park Award, which, you know, you win simply by not killing people. So if you want to win that, don't kill anyone. And then after that, then we built these two junior coasters, Pink Bug and Blue Bug. Decent stats for junior coasters. And then the last few months, then I've been playing about with this mine ride here, and ooh, 6. That's good. It was down quite low, and then I added this section here on the back, and now it's jumped up to 6 from around 3. So happy with that. We can open that, get a few more guests off the paths. I'm a bit worried that I mean, we don't need a park rating to be maximum. It doesn't record it. It doesn't save it. But it's always nice to know that you had a park that was maximum. And I'm just worried. It's so busy in the park. I'm just worried that might. There was 200 people complaining it's crowded. Not a huge amount when you consider we got nearly 2,000 people in the park. So just over 10%. So any moment now we're gonna get the message to tell us we've completed the scenario. There you go. Fantastic. There you go. Keep it down, people. The old man in the house is trying to sleep. Oh, not to make it moonshine. Okay. Yeah. So quite a fun scenario, really. It's quite a bit of a test at the beginning, because you do need to be quite thrifty, not swifty, thrifty with your cash. Think not building looping coasters would have made it tougher. I could have built these to start with, and I wouldn't have earned as much profit, so it would have slowed the progress down a bit. So maybe give myself a bit more of a challenge. I could have done it without these bad boys over here. I think, as a famous mathematician who visited a dinosaur park once said, I was so busy, to paraphrase him, I was so busy thinking about whether I could build it that I stopped and didn't think about whether I should. Lots of balloons, lots of balloons, lots of balloons. Okay, so that's another scenario done. We're only a few more left of the second tier. Did all the first ones. Now we're more than halfway through the second tier, and I'm having a lot of fun making these parks. I probably shouldn't move it around so much when I'm talking. Probably give people motion sickness. But yeah. So that was Mystic Mountain. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Leave any feedback, questions in the comment sections. I'll try and answer all that I can. And then, I mean, I say all I can. I mean, it's not like I'm swamped, so I will answer them. Yeah. So, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.